This guitar trick will improve your chord switching exponentially. I have heard a lot of students mentioning problems when they try to switch from C to G chord or from D to G chord. This trick will help you switch effortlessly between those two chords while playing songs. Without wasting time, let's dive in. First, we want to learn how to play two different versions of G chord. Same in the open chords position, my regular G is played in this way, where I put my first finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, my second finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, and my third finger on the 1st string 3rd fret. Now, there is a melodious G. I keep talking about the melodious G, which uses all four fingers, where the first two fingers are placed in the same positions, but the third and the fourth finger, both of those fingers, are placed at the 3rd fret of the 1st and the 2nd string. It sounds something like this. So what we are doing is we are essentially changing the 2nd string from 0 to 3. This is the first variation of G. Let's call it variation 1. The second variation of G I'd like you to focus is using my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger. So it's going to play that regular G chord, but only using these three fingers. So my 2nd finger will be on the 5th string 2nd fret, my 3rd finger will be on the 6th string 3rd fret, and my 4th finger will be on the 1st string 3rd fret. It's the same G chord, but let's call it variation 2. Now, let's try to understand first the switching from C to G chord. In case of C, we are playing 5 strings and holding my first finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Now from this C to G, I can use my 2nd and 3rd finger to just go one string up and my pinky finger to come at the 3rd fret and play the G chord. So basically this is my C. And now I'm using the 2nd and the 3rd finger to go one string up, same formation, same position, no change there, and adding my pinky finger on the 1st string 3rd fret. From G to C now, I'm adding my 1st finger and moving the 2nd and the 3rd finger one string down and the G. And the C, and the G. You might notice that my fingers are not actually moving that much, and that is the trick. The lesser my fingers move, the more easily and swiftly I will be able to transition and switch from one chord to another. So this is the C to G switching that I would recommend you to practice. Now, the other one I want you to practice is the G to D chord, and this is the second trick. So in the variation 1 that we learned earlier using the 4 fingers of the G, my 3rd finger, my ring finger, my 3rd finger is already at the correct position for playing the D chord. So all I'm going to do is, switching from G to D, I'm going to use my first 2 fingers to come down and hold the 1st and the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. Going back from D to G, I'm adding my pinky back just below the 3rd finger and having my 1st and 2nd finger go to the 5th and the 6th string of the 2nd and the 3rd fret. So this is my D, going to G, coming back to D. Notice in this switching, I am not actually changing my third finger at all. And my fingers are also moving less, which means my chord transition and switching can be faster and without mistakes. So these are the two tricks. One, between C and G chord, you use the variation 2 of the G, C to G. And the trick 2, from D to G, D to G. That's all for today. Keep rocking and happy practicing.